What's up, chat? We back making a video on buying and Chanel type beat. So I'm gonna show y'all how I made my own little sample, not sample but like the melody. This is what I started with. The sound first, see what it sounds like. And then I added this as a second part because I wanted it to be longer. It's essentially the same instrument, just I put the release higher. So this is what the second part sounds like. All together. Yeah, so it just plays around with that sound. I just wanted it to sound short and then long to kind of differentiate it. And then I added this. Obviously I use Alchemy. You know, I always use Alchemy all the time. Built best sounds, Lemon Fields, that's what it's called. And then this sound that I added now is called the Cinematic. Yo, Alchemy once again. This sound, I added this sound next. This is what it sounds like alone. So it just follows the patterns of the main melody. And then I added some bass and I added a vinyl just to make it sound a bit old. I didn't touch the wear. I put a bit of warp, so it's kind of like detuned in a way. And then I added an auto filter just to take out some of the highs. Let me just show you without the auto filter, or actually let me show you without the auto filter and the vinyl. And then with the filter and the vinyl. Yeah, it sounds more tame, more, you know. And then I added this 80s digital piano, no effects on it, but this is what it sounds like. Everything follows the same melody, just to add some bass onto it. Yeah, then I added the bass. This is what the bass looks like. Let me just play it alone. Yeah, so I just tweaked it on Alchemy. I took the cutoff all the way to the bottom just to make it sound deeper. I wanted that deep bass. So then this is what they sound like all together. Yeah, so it sounds good so far. It sounds good. Hey, then the drums, I kind of got creative with the drums. Hold on, this is what they sound like. So let me start with the kick, because the kick is probably the most simple one. I added a fat FX to make it sound more beefy. I'm gonna show you the difference with and without the fat FX. So this is what it sounds like. The pattern. Yeah. So I added that bounce. It's kind of like a different bounce. It's not what you hear usually. So then let me put the two snares because I added them at the same time. This is the first snare. And then the second one only plays in the start. And I love this snare. It's like, what is it? Cardiac snare. It sounds so good. I just added a little bit of reverb and took out the lows. Sounds better that way. And then I added this other snare. This is like kind of the main snare to give it that bounce. Yeah, it plays on the second beat. And now the bounce is starting to sound better. Then I added this hi-hat, pattern. Yeah, and then I thought I was missing something, so I just added these hats just to give it a little more, you know, something extra in the start. And then this hits here. Yeah, it's kind of like a different drum pattern. I like it. It gives it like a different bounce. This is what it sounds like, the whole beat together. Yeah, so you can hear the bounce. You can hear the bounce that I was going for. And then that's basically the whole beat. Then I just arranged it in a way where it's like simple. Let me just show you in the beginning where I cut off the beat and then I just bring it and it starts the drums. Yeah, so this little cutoff, it helps everything. It helps it hit harder when the drums hit. But that's basically the whole beat. And then obviously I have, and then the producer tag.
Okay, I'll keep calling you MXM.
Classic. And then for the mixing, I always use this compressor. These are the settings for the compressor. You want the attack to be a bit slow, and you want the release to be a bit slow so that you don't really notice the changes in volume. Because actually, let me show you in the graph what the compressor does. So the compressor is actually putting this volume, like controlling this volume when it gets too loud, so that everything is kind of like, it stays at the same volume pretty much, because the bass always is louder than everything else. So the compressor just keeps everything more leveled, like in the same level. And yeah, and then I put the adaptive limiter. It's the limiter to get the volume high like I want it. And then this is a loudness check. Let's check if we pass it. Yeah, like I said before, anything -11 and lower, I mean -11 and higher, or actually -12 and higher is good, because I swear radios play it like -12, -11, that area. And yeah, that's the whole beat. Let me play the full beat for y'all.